Enough of that now. It's time. The axe is sharp. She won't feel a thing.
No, please. This one is my friend. There are other sows. Why not slaughter them?
The other sows will be eaten too. If we are to survive the winter, there must be a fat larder and few mouths. Come, enough of this childishness.
You fight with the fury of Tuamawai in all his forms.
Yeah, we're real impressive. So who in Margram's name are you?
I am Uruke the Surviving Face. I wish that I could welcome you under better circumstances. I wish to see you return to your proper place. But the other faces conspire against us. My pig? Watchers all see the past and present of souls muddled as one. I appreciate the condolence. She was a good friend, but only the first of many I outlived. I came to this island when I was very young. It was a time of chaos and suffering throughout the Deadfire. I endured the remainder of my life in this inhospitable place. A very long life. All of it spent as nature would will it. Now I am as you see me, the most enduring of the faces of the hunt. We are talons shared upon one clawed hand. Though possessed of our own names, our own eyes and minds, we have united in purpose.
That don't exactly explain things.
We serve Tuamawai and care for his crucible. This is Tuamawai's domain, one of the great hunter's many dens in the beyond. Here, the souls of those who fought and died in his honor may rest until the time of need, when Tuamawai will absorb their cunning and feast on their might. Though you could not walk there from here, you are, in a fashion, still on Kazuwari. This place exists within and beneath its great statue. From here, we oversee the Crucible Games. Whehami, the Slaying Face, has destroyed the flow of souls. To leave this place, you must subdue him. His desecration must be undone. It was not me who lured you here. The others would use you to escape this place. They mistake it for a prison. I would prefer that be prevented.
If the faces got free of their statue, we'd be unleashing a three-headed monster on the Deadfire. But that might bring the bloodshed in the Crucible to an end, too.
Whehami shattered the spine of souls. Now, those who perish in the Crucible do not move on to meet the wheel. They clog this place, or they linger above. Regardless, they wail and rage. It seems utter madness to violate this place. But now I know he longs to escape. Or perhaps only to avenge himself on Tuamawai. Perhaps your arrival is the Hunter God's reply. Trust is for prey. But ignore my words and you will remain here forever. Leave this place? How then would I serve Tuamawai? He chose me to embody his will to survive. And it is a role I shall proudly enact for all eternity. His strength is rivaled only by his stubbornness. But I hope he will consider your words. Whehami's grip on the flow of souls must be loosened. After that, well, you are a watcher. I hope that you know more of these things than I do, and can repair the damage the Slaying Face has wrought. Axica, the Seeking Face, also resides in this place. She may know how best to handle Whehami. If not, then the Slaying Face will certainly understand violence. Indeed, I'm sure he'd prefer it. Tuamawai guide your hunt.
Island belongs to my empire. All will be built according to my command.
Worry not, Your Majesty. Our nation has supplied Kazuwari with the best architects to have ever graced Deora. The site will be a marvel for the ages.
There will be no debate. This place will be built by Hawana hands and minds, or not at all. I will hear no more of it.
I am certain a compromise can be found. If I might be dismissed, I will notify my superiors at once. Compromise here and here. Make certain you lay them deep. The floor will inevitably sustain damage, and we can't have someone seeing the conduits.
I can build it however you want, but if they find out, they'll never trust us again. Our work at Ukaizo would be doomed. What if Wano workers visit the site when we're laying the stone? What if someone...
Ukaizo will mean nothing if we cannot prove out our theories here and now. You worry about the masonry. I'll worry about the Hwana. Hello again, Watcher. I apologize for the strangeness of our meeting place and the brusqueness of our invitation. You stand within the Crucible's heart. As one of the stewards of this place, it pains me to admit that you've caught us in a state of floundering weakness. Besides the Seeking Face, you mean? I am Axica. I designed the Crucible. I am responsible for it. In his desperate flailing to escape, Whehami smashed the pillar. Now the flow of souls through this place is choked, and the Crucible doomed. But now you're here, and I imagine the gods follow on your heels. That is not ideal. By severing the Crucible's connection to the rest of the Beyond, Whehami has limited Galawain's influence on Kazuwari. I can only imagine that he has sent an agent to reclaim it by force. His beast will drench Kazuwari in blood. But first, He will destroy this statue and all within it, the two of us included. Another reason, Watcher, why you must stop Whehami. That this place also serves as an island of bounty proved an unintended but desirable outcome. You may have noticed that Kazuwari is overrun with beasts of unusual size, animals touched by Gallowayne. Such creatures were not of this island prior to the Crucible's construction. You could say it was made in your image, in a manner of speaking. Tuamawai was a mythic figure among the ancient Hwana, a great three-headed monster, the greatest of all predators. We featured it prominently in our designs here on Kazuwari, in part to appease their overbearing king. Over time, Gallowayne bent the figure to his purposes. He may have stolen its identity, but in doing so, he granted it a kind of godhood. What do you mean? Ah, yes. I should remember I am speaking to a Watcher. When we conceived of the Crucible, we were on the cusp of several major breakthroughs in our study of the soul and the beyond. The Hwana, however, did not share our interests. As a result, much of this place was constructed in secret, away from their attention. That the Crucible's true nature remains hidden to this day, I take a measure of pride in it.
The lie that keeps on killing. What an achievement.
A Watcher can seek souls in the in-between, but more curiously, those souls can see them back. The mechanism within the Crucible attempts to replicate that signaling property, only without a mortal body that is susceptible to death or disease. Every hunter chases Gallowayne in their own way. Mine was to have Gallowayne come to me. Do I hear an accusation in your words? To a hunter, or a god of hunting, the term trap is no pejorative. But yes, we designed the Crucible to capture the essence of those who met defeat here, and some of the power of the victorious.
It feeds off the living too?
It does not allow those energies gathered or expelled by the contenders to go to waste. Within the Crucible, today's hunters may learn, firsthand and without coddling, the lessons that slew hunters of the past. No, we were the first set to this task. Always us three. I cannot imagine it any other way. It may not even be possible to leave, but Whehami will try. Know that he lives up to his role as the slaying face. Be on your guard, Watcher, and good luck.
The champion of the hunt. You make me proud. Prove me right! And now you will set me free.
Hold on. What?
The Lord of the Hunt has the greatest of honors for you. Immortality! The strength and fury will live forever. You will speak for Tuamawai. You will become as a god. It is the honor I was given on my day of greatest victory. It is only fitting that I pass it to you now. You have earned this prize! You have earned eternal life! Take it! You will fix the River of Souls. Then we gaze into each other as only Watchers can. Until I wear your living hide, and you walk the heavens. When I walk in your body, I will adapt, will be free, will hunt Eora once more!
Seems a bit early in y'all's courtship for that.
You really ought to keep those kinds of thoughts to yourself, friend.
Ain't nobody ever taught you how to ask politely?
You will have to kill me first.
Would be easier if you relent, but To'amowai would not disapprove if we settle this by force. I've always enjoyed an actual challenge. I will best you, will hold you to the ground. Yes, yes. Would expect as such. I bash better than I talk. But I will try to answer clearly. So, what is it? Which one? I have seen much. Maybe too much. Am Watcher to others, but am also Watcher to self. I can see many of my deaths from before Whehami was Whehami. When I was more boy than man, would dream of past lives and past deaths. Of course! Greatest Slayer must be born among greatest hunting trails. Make peace? To'amowai teaches all to struggle for better. I will not be denied the thrill of the living chase any longer. Yes, yes. And Watcher has come to an answer. So we must settle this with strength. To'amowai would have it no other way!
Hang on now. Should probably find out what's going on here before we start throwing our weight around.
What is there to consider? Perhaps you need a moment to grieve? That is understandable.
Watcher? The slaying face is nothing if not predictable. There might be some way to appeal to his pride, however. Though we are united in service of To'amowai, I fear that for the Crucible to survive, this must be done. Perhaps conflict is inevitable, but I beseech you to seek another route. It would be stranger if all of this seemed normal to you. How may I enlighten? To'amowai's realm is not easily understood. Ask, and I will attempt to explain. Do you not see his ribs, his eyes, his blood? This place is To'amowai.
Wonder if this is what those souls all reaped up by Gone feel like. Ain't so bad with you here.
His presence surrounds us. Listen, and you will hear his roars and purrs. But since the shattering of the Spine of Souls, he has grown quieter. We are within the heart of the Crucible. The pool of memories was simply the entry. If you are trying to figure out where you are, The closest answer is that your soul resides within the statue of the faces of the hunt.
I think that means we can summon up a fight? Wait, we ain't a talking statue too now, are we?
Our task is to sing the Crucible into action, providing the means for a true contest of skill.
Pretty sure this one's not telling you the whole truth, Watcher.
Though we conjure opponents for the contest, we do not control them, nor interfere in battle. To meddle would defeat this place's purpose. How can we say the best hunter is the best if the hunt is staged? Then ask, and perhaps I could lead you to clarity. I suspect she sensed the disruption in the flow of souls after Whehami made his mark. I fear the slow death of this place. All who die in the Crucible pass through this place. But only the three of us, Whehami, Axika, and I, remain to honor the Hunter God. Since Whehami damaged the pillar, I have spotted momentary glimpses of other souls. Lost, wayward, and transient. I imagine this will continue until... No. Always the three of us. I can't recall a time without the others. Perhaps Whehami believes he can burden you with his role as the slaying face and escape this place. I assumed such a thing impossible, but he's determined to try. Where would I go when you're...
You return. What would you have of me? It is a surprisingly interesting idea, especially given that you are a Watcher. Theoretically, though I highly doubt it. Whehami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force. Theoretically speaking, you bridge the gap between the physical world, the here, and the metaphysical world. Whehami was a Watcher in life. He may know something I do not. Ultimately, it's less a matter of how he leaves than what he leaves behind. Nature abhors a vacuum. Any attempt to leave one here will tear Whehami apart. If he is to escape, he must leave something in his place, something of significant spiritual puissance. Whatever suffered such a fate, however, would become enslaved by Galawain's will.
Can't say I like the sound of that.
They would lose themselves, subsumed into the role of the faces of the hunt. Whehami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force. What would you... This is no typical temple to Galawain. It was designed to advance our understanding of soul manipulation. Actually, the talents of the Watchers inspired aspects of its design. You could say it was made in your image. Tuamawai was a mythic figure among the ancient Wana, a great three-headed monster, the greatest of all predators. We featured it prominently in our designs here on Kazuwari, in part to appease their overbearing king. Over time, Gallowayne bent the figure to his purposes. He may have stolen its identity, but in doing so, he granted it a kind of godhood. A watcher can seek souls in the in-between, but every hunter chases. Do I hear an accusation? Into a hunt, but yet it does not. Within the crucible, to patience is what.
Watcher? Where would I go when you're ready?
The Watcher, is he ready to accept his fate? I hear you. Speak. I have seen him win many fights. He is strong, and you have made him stronger. Even a ghost, he could perform this role.
Weren't you a spirit once? Maybe Muatu will come back too.
You know this ain't the right way of things, Watcher.
You will make this sacrifice? So, what is he comes? Ha! I knew he would! Yes! I would take his little lizard from him. Then who would hunt who, huh? But his tie to the beast will be strong. Without my axe, we would stand little chance of slicing it free. Maybe. But can you leave me a door? I should... No! I don't think I will. So we must settle this with strength. Toamo, I would have it...
Hang on now. Should probably find out what's going on here before we start throwing our weight around.
A test of might is what Toamo I would want.
No, thank you.
That dog won't hunt.
Do I look a little green at the bed too?
That hardly seems fair.
Ready when you are. And...
So close.
How do you oblige?
Not right.
You will be mine. What?
Happy to oblige.
What if we stop?
Very nice, Reka. You're mine!
What if we stop?
Never you mind that miss. I'll land the next one. Moweth, Ixie, Ono. What can I do you for?
Death to all!
Right on target.
need. Ready when you are. Better run!
Exceed here.
Very nice, Regan.
Death to our enemies!
Never you mind that, miss. Moweth exceed all of.
We have become fractured, turned upon ourselves. Still, I am thankful for your intervention, albeit deeply ashamed of our conflict. Strange. I wonder why. Perhaps there was more to it than we knew. All that remains is for the flow of souls to be restored with the tooth of Toamawai. With that done, you should be able to leave this place. Live well, champion of the hunt.
Where did that come from?
Wouldn't believe us if we told you.
A question for later. What matters is that you're back, and just in time.
Still here and happy to see you.
A huge reptile erupted from the inland sea. It attacks the Crucible. Humaire fights it, but without your aid, I fear she'll feed it instead. Kazuari needs you, champion. Go. Save her.
Should it be like this? Something's wrong.
Why is the island dancing?